Getting ready to do a bike workout. So today is going to be a little over an hour and a half. So it shouldn't be too bad. But I'm excited to say that I got the Garmin heart rate monitor Tri. So we're putting this on today. I'm connecting it up with Zwift, hoping to get more accurate heart rate data. So I'm making sure I'm staying in those proper heart rate training zones. Just to make sure I'm not pushing myself too hard or I'm not pushing myself enough. But yeah, guys, really looking forward to hopping on Zwift today. I don't have work, so today is just kind of a let's work out and get some editing and some stuff like that done. So let's get to it. Alright, so during my cool down, I blew my tire on an indoor trainer. It's not unheard of, it's just not that common. Either I had it too tight with too high a pressure, something like that. I don't know, it's kind of an old tube anyway. So I'm gonna go shower, eat, refuel. Essentially it came out to an hour, 17 minutes, 1,000 calories burned. It was a lot of hard work in there. I'm pretty tired, so it's a good thing it's my day off. So although I was kind of disappointed that I managed to blow my tire on the trainer, this was a really good opportunity for me because I've only changed out the tube 3 or 4 times. As you can see, I'm not very fast at this, nor am I very efficient, but Tessa, of course, had to lend a helping hand to help me get through it. So my biggest issue with this was actually getting the bike upside down with the aero bars on. I actually had to put the tire stabilizer there. And then I was really worried I was going to pinch the tube due to the fact that I only had one more spare tube left. So the last thing I wanted to do was have to leave the house and run over to the sports store and get another tube. So all in all, this was a good opportunity for me to refresh those skills so that way on race day, it's not something that's totally foreign to me, especially when you're stressed out. It's something that you can do and try to stay calm, get back on the bike and continue with the race. Just hit mile 5. Feeling yesterday's workout a lot in my quads right now. Very tight. But I'm keeping my heart rate low for the most part. It's still cold, but the way I'm dressed, I'm feeling pretty good. Whew. That's a pretty steep hill. Just past the University of Iowa campus. Just trying to stay relaxed at this point. Let's get it. Alright guys, just finished up. It's 10.3 miles, 7:15 average. Did not do a great job there towards the end to keep my heart rate low. I was hurting. My quads were locking up. I really did not drink enough water yesterday. And the worst thing was on the way out, the wind was to my back. So I always wear something with a zipper, like a quarter zip, this jacket, etc. And I didn't zip it down, so I was sweating just a little bit. I turned around in that 12, 13 mile an hour wind where the wind chill drops from, really what it does, it drops the temp from 20 to about 11. And I got cold. Everything started hurting a little bit more. So anyways, time for me to go inside, refuel, shower up. I'm done for the day. So now it's time for some final thoughts on how this week as a whole went. So this was week number 4 of Ironman 70.3 training. We're currently at about 10 and a half-ish hours of training a week. I would say my biggest struggle this week was actually finding time to go into the pool. So the pool is not very far from my house. It's just mostly the hours. They're right away at 6 a.m. And for me, who's not a very fast swimmer, getting in 3,000 meters of swim, or 3,000 yards, that is, of swimming from 6 to 8 a.m. And still getting to work at 8 on time, it can be a little challenging, is what I'll say. In regards to cycling, I actually made a lot of adjustments this week to my bike. I ended up raising the saddle height a little bit, maybe about an inch. So actually it's not a little bit, it's a lot. And I actually gave it a little bit of a forward tilt. Not very much, it is very, very slight. But my reasoning behind doing that was because I found myself pushing a lot with my quads and not pulling enough with my hamstrings and my calves. And you know, you really want like that 50-50 mix in there. You don't want to just be pushing all the time. Because you're going to get burnt out very quick. I found myself getting very fatigued before the end of workouts. And so I made that adjustment, made cycling much more enjoyable this week. This week was the first week since I started training where I had to take a day off from training. And the reasoning behind me taking the day off, and I texted this to my coach as well, was not because I didn't have the time to do it. It's that I felt so fatigued from head to toe. So we had a work conference last week. And so last weekend I worked 14 days straight. And honestly, about time Monday rolled around, or Tuesday, sorry, was my cycling workout. And I had no energy to get up that morning, and I ended up sleeping through my alarm, slept in till 7. Usually I'm up at 4:55 to make sure I get these workouts in. And then I ended up working late till 7 o'clock. So by the time I got home, I had to kind of take into perspective, right? Is it worth me getting that hour of training in now or making sure I'm rested for the rest of the week? So I took the rested option, and my coach 100% backed me and agreed on that. And sometimes you really just got to consider, is this actually worth it in the moment? How is this going to play out in the long term? How, not necessarily just the short term. Sure, mentally I feel like, yes, I feel really a lot better about this week, right, as a whole. But ultimately, 1 hour of training and we're still 22 weeks out from the race, not going to make or break me. So I took the road out for once, which I never do. So that pretty much wraps up this week, guys. I'm seeing a lot of improvements in my swimming and my biking, and I'm just kind of working on easy running right now. So easy running is like low heart rate, zone 2, up to about 140 beats per minute, not going any higher than that. So yeah, that's about it. Making many improvements in swimming, feeling much more comfortable. Cycling, getting a lot more power off the bike, a lot more endurance. I'm feeling much better as a whole. But that kind of concludes this week's video log. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, to keep up with all my updated content. And don't forget to follow me at Everyday Athlete 101 on Instagram. And I'll see you guys next week.